Good morning, everyone. I make this film on 4th May 2022. This video is fully about studies. There is no single content of entertainment except this few seconds. Every day I start my day with hot water. I woke up by 4 and 4 to 4:30 is my personal space, and I start my day towards my passion by 4:30. I filmed my progress on this day between 4:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. I'm getting my scattered stationeries in and I'm about to clean my study desk. On the previous day, I done my checklist for the next day. That is the targets of the day. Usually I plan my day only after when I woke up. But this was done on my previous day's night. I'm starting my day approximately by 4:30 with Indian polity. Indian polity is an interesting subject, but I feel some difficulties with that. It is natural that our mind feels fresh after we woke up. So I start my day with some difficult subjects. I started the first lot with Indian polity by 4:30 and I completed that by 5:45, and the topic I covered is reorganization of Jammu and Kashmir. I'm done with Indian polity, hence I'm marking on my checklist. So after 10 to 15 minutes of break, I start my second slot with Indian economy. Indian economy is another complicated subject, hence such subjects I do in the early mornings. It is around 6 in the morning. I started my second slot with Indian economy and I winded up my session around 7. The topic I have covered in Indian economy is money and banking. It is a very big topic and I have done very little part with that. After a long break of 2 hours, I'm heading on to the third slot. With this 2 hours, I'm done my personal works. On the third slot, I'm going to do with history. This is a state board book of Tamil Nadu. I purchased this book from Anna Centenary Library. It is located in Kotorpuram near Chennai. The shop is located inside the library, exactly at the center of the library. If you want to purchase these books, please visit the library on weekdays because the shop is off on weekends. The cost of the 11th standard book is 180 and the cost of the 12th standard book is around 130. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing with the first chapter of the 11th standard book. This chapter covers 4 main topics with introduction and summary. I'm gonna split that, and my today's target is to complete the introduction and 1 main topic, that is the first topic. I'm gonna do 3 readings. My first reading I underline with pencil. On my second reading I use different colors of pens and I underline important points. I use different colors of highlighters on my third readings, and after that I do many revisions. I'm done with the third slot. The second topic of this chapter seems to be very little, so I covered that too. As you all can see that I have underlined important points, and for very important points I have used highlighters, and I have boxed some words that I need further explanation or meaning. On the available space, I have written the meaning for those words. I have completed my third slot around 10:30 and I'm marking that on my checklist. After some break, I start with another session with science and technology. My fourth slot starts with science and technology by 11 o'clock in the morning. And science and technology is a very interesting subject. It is very similar to geography. The questions in the exams mostly relates with the current affairs. So apart from the static part, the dynamic part like the newspapers and magazines like Yojana, Kurukshetra, and very importantly Down to Earth magazine plays a very important role in science and technology. I started this session by 11 a.m. and it's 12 now. I have completed this. The topics I have covered is the planets. The planets is a subtopic which comes under the big topic of universe. Fifth slot starts with ethics. The marks in the ethics paper depends on the way we write. So we should know the definition or an elaborated meaning of every single word we use. Like example I can give you: knowledge, society, violence. You should know the definition or an elaborated meaning of these words, because what is happiness can be a question for 150 words. So our thoughts to be implemented in the papers, so the way we write the answers is an important part in ethics paper. In my next slot, I'm moving on with NCERTs of Class 7 Geography. You can download the NCERT books freely. And what I do is, I download one chapter every day and I make printout of that, and I will attach a blank paper at the end of every chapter. I will read that for 3 times. On my first reading, I do with pencil. On my second reading, I do with different kinds of color pens. And on my final reading, I do with highlighters. I mark with the important points. And after my final readings, I revise once or twice, and then I give an attempt like a quiz that is available in the online. You can Google it. And then I search for mains questions, and I will write that question and answers in the blank pages I have provided at the end of the chapter. Once you give your attempt to NCERT quizzes that is available freely, you can evaluate yourself. That is, you can evaluate your knowledge with the NCERTs. For geography, NCERT is a very important source. Without the standard books for geography, you can get good marks only with the NCERT knowledge. And I also try the exercises that is given at the end of every chapters. Once I complete every chapters in one class or one standard, I bind it like a whole book. Moving on to the next slot, it's 4 p.m. in the evening. I'm moving on to essay. Essay is another game-changing paper. We should give more attention to this paper. Every institution will give an idea on how to write this paper, or they give a knowledge on how to present the paper, how to make a flow with your answer writings. Nobody will give you the exact contents. It is wholly your responsibilities to gain knowledge on every single topics that you will gain only by practice. So I advise you to write or practice one essay every week. Moving on to next slot for live classes. My class starts by 5 and ends by 8:30. There is a change in goals of the day with CSAT. It is my mistake that I haven't seen the schedule that is provided for me by Byju's. They are covering a percentage module, but I thought it's data interpretation, hence I wrote that in my targets. There is a change. And moving on to the next final slot of the day, it is a very quick slot. Last 10 to 15 minutes of the class will be always a doubt session, so I left the class before 8:30 the class for current affairs, but that is a recorded class, so I can watch anytime I want. So I thought I can complete my targets of the day, so I started a quick session for environment and ecology. It's just for an half an hour. I started by around 8:25 p.m. and I wind it up by 9, and after this I will clean my messy desk, wrap my whole day. After my dinner I go for sleep. So it's 9 o'clock. So now I'm arranging my desk and collecting all my stationery items and setting up my place for the next day. It is actually a messy one. So it is the end of the day. I'm very satisfied with this day with an honest study of around 12 hours. I'm happy and fully satisfied with my progress today. Thank you so much for watching my video.